Good evening, my dear brothers and sisters. My name is Nelson Gill, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about love, life, relationships, and the most important, Jesus Christ. Today, I just want to share a quick message, a quick word, a quick principle that I think is important to be noted. Something that um, I'm increasingly learning more of. And I guess the title for this message is going to be um, um, Do What Best Suits You. And I just want to quickly dive into this quick text right here in 1 Samuel 17. And just to give you a little bit of context to this, is the David and Goliath scene. And it says here in 1 Samuel 17, verses 38 through 40, it says, So Saul clothed David with his armor, and he put on a bronze helmet on his head, and he also clothed him with a coat of mail. David fastened his sword to his armor and tried to walk, for he had not tested them. And David said to Saul, I could not walk with these, for I have not tested them. So David took them off. And so, in this scene, in this part of um, this passage right here, I think this is very important to note in life, is that you have to do what best suits for you. And David was getting ready to fight Goliath, and he was being challenged by his brothers or contested, and then he was even given some equipment by his spiritual leader or his one of his leaders. And this is the principle that I want you to carry here, is that in life, you know, what what suits other people may not suit you. And something that has to be understood is what works best for you. Um, and I think that in today's time, in today's climate, you know, we um, we look for mentorship, we look for inspiration, and we look for these things in other people, which is okay to some degree. But a lot of it's such a fine line sometimes, um, when we look to people to assist us with our walk with the Lord. And I think a beautiful thing to be aware of is know what works for you. And so David was getting ready, fixing ready to fight a fight for the Lord. And he understood that, Saul's armor, Saul's suit wasn't going to work for him. He had to do something that he was best at, things that he was good at. And, once you understand your role, um, your giftings, your callings, the sooner the better. And there's a lot of conflict when it comes to, you know, uh, following people, when it comes to that regard, and especially, in this, like I said, this could be applied everywhere. This could be, at your workplace, or your, you know, uh, church, or whatever have you. Like, we in this culture of being a Christian, we place so much emphasis on leadership, and not too much on servanthood. We We think we we exalt too much about leaders. We listen to all these different um, ministers, and don't get me wrong, God uses God uses the whole body to equip us for His ministry. But what ends up happening is that we replace God with others instead of just seeking the Word for ourselves. Instead of you know um, doing what we're gifted at. You know what I'm saying? And so I just want to share that. Take off. You know, whatever works for that person works for that person, and it's okay to admire and to be inspired by others, but never come to the place where you have to try to be a carbon copy of somebody else. And it's such a beautiful thing when you can do your own thing and fight your own giants. And it's just funny. I just want to add one more thing because as it relates to this story right here, it's a very very so many good principles to glean off of that. And his brothers, his own spiritual leader, were trying to basically like um, deter him from doing what God basically ordained him to do, or destined him, whatever you want to call it. And never be ashamed of what God has put in you and what God is doing through you. Um, Never let anybody um, stop you from pursuing God and doing the things that He's called you to do. And so I just wanted to share that real quick with you guys because in today's climate, in today's time, it's just there's so many voices, there's so many different influences in our life, in our culture, in our time, and you know, it's just a time to be set apart. It's time to be set apart. Now is the time of salvation. Right now. So I want to encourage you. If this was encouraging, I want to encourage you to um, forsake the world, get rid of sin before sin gets rid of you, fight Goliath, and use the stones of faith. Um, I want to encourage you to seek the Lord with all your heart, all your mind, all your strength, and just be you. Be who God has called you to be, and never let that go. Just be you. You are fine just the way you are. Whatever it is that you do it to the glory of God. And worry not, fear not. God bless you. Love you. Peace.